What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Errol Spence in the building. Errol Spence in the news versus Sebastian Fundora. Looks like a fight that's likely to happen in October. All right, so let me go ahead and just hash out the details, read you all the details, and I'm gonna give my opinion on it because let me just read it, first, and I'll let you know what I think. All right. Alright, so shout out to BoxingCity.com. It says Errol Spence Jr. set to return at 154 pounds against Sebastian Fundora. Errol Spence will reportedly fight WBC light middleweight champion Sebastian Fundora in October in Dallas, Texas. He has remained inactive since his first defeat in his undisputed welterweight title fight against Terrence Crawford in Las Vegas in July of 2023. Fundora, meanwhile, unexpectedly defeated Tim Tszyu in the same city in March, immediately before Spence called him out. It's time to get it on, said the 34-year-old. He got a pretty good height, but we'll see. We'll break him down like we always do. It was funny when my boy Steve. My boy Steve said, like, he heard in the background when Errol Spence said that, he was like, bro, like, we break it down like we always do, and he immediately thought, like, well, you ain't break down Terrence Crawford, but whatever. Promoters, Premier Boxing Champions hope to take Fundora Spence to the AT&T Stadium, where Spence has previously defeated Mikey Garcia and Yordenis Ugas. That'd be a good spot. I mean, Spence draws a lot of attention, and he can draw a lot of crowds to the AT&T. I mean, like, him and Yordenis Ugas did like 38 or 48,000 one of that. Like, that's incredible. I mean, that is incredible. You know what I'm saying? And Ugas didn't bring damn near none of that because nobody knows who Ugas is really. You know what I'm saying? So that I think that would be smart to bring it over there. But the fight will be Spence first at 154 pounds after a lengthy period of speculation regarding him exercising his clause for a rematch with Crawford. It will also be his first fight since his separation from long-term trainer Derek James. Spence and James are suing each other in an attempt to settle a financial dispute. Crawford similarly has chosen to move up to 154 pounds, where he will fight Israel Madrimov for the WBA title August 3rd at the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles, on the same bill on which Tim Tszyu, who lost to his undefeated record to the 26-year-old Fundora, will fight Virgil Ortiz, which is actually a really, really good fight. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, man. So, I do believe that this is going to be an interesting matchup. Any fighter against Sebastian Fundora is an interesting matchup. You got two southpaws going at it. One of them is extremely tall, and the other one has a lot of experience. Let me tell you something. I'm not really a fan of fighters coming off of a loss fighting for a world title. And this is me being an Errol Spence fan, and I'm still I'm always been an Errol Spence fan since the Olympic Games, all of that. He actually fought a close friend of mine in the amateurs, named, we call him Flap. If Flap actually beat Errol in the amateurs, his real name is Anthony Campbell. I said this. I follow Flap for a long time. Errol Spence for a long time, and I really like Errol Spence, but I'm not really a fan. I mean, because I guess the reason why I'm not a fan of fighters like fighting for a world title after coming from a loss, because it shows that boxing is more politics and more business than it is a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just I don't know, man. Like, imagine a tournament bracket, right? And a team loses, but they still are able to play in the championship. Even in a double eliminator, you still have to, win before playing in the championship, right? If the last game you played, if you lose, you out the tournament. So, I'm not a fan of that. I really do feel, but again, I understand the business in boxing. Terrence Crawford should have got. Well, he is fighting for a title. Thank God. He is fighting for a title at 154. But he should have gotten a title opportunity, or he should have gotten an opportunity to fight Sebastian Fundora before Errol Spence did. Seeing how Terrence Crawford won that fight. I just don't necessarily understand how. I don't. Not that I don't understand it, because I do understand it, but it's like. I don't know. I'm not too much of a fan of it. But regardless, like I said, politics work. Sebastian Fundora with the PBC. Al Haymon pulled string. He did the same thing with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, he lost to Sean Porter, came back and fought for the which title was that? The WBA at 140 against I can't pronounce the dude's name. But I know it was his title at 140 he got right after he lost to Sean Porter. So it's not out of the possibilities or whatnot. Actually, it's happened more than that as well. But Sebastian Fundora, he came off of a loss and he fought for that title, So he fought for the title. Granted, he wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be Keith Thurman. But Sebastian Fundora fought for that title coming off of a loss. So, it is what it is. Excuse me. I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. Terrence Crawford is going to have Errol Spence is going to have his work cut out for him. He's going to have to go to the body. If I was Errol Spence, I would definitely go to the body, because Sebastian Fundora has a small frame, right? Because he's so tall. But he's going to have to watch out for them uppercuts. For Sebastian going to be throwing them. But I'm not sure Sebastian has fought. Actually, I'm positive. Sebastian has never fought anybody that has the ring experience and that's on the level of Errol Spence, in my opinion. Now, Errol Spence is going to be bringing it into Sebastian Fundora. He's going to be making the fight a close quarter fight, and you best believe Sebastian Fundora is going to do the same thing. But I just feel like Errol Spence, I don't know, man. It's going to be weird, because even though Errol Spence wants to be on the inside, he's not going to have, because Sebastian is so tall, he's not going to have a lot of leverage behind his punches punching up with Sebastian being at the top. He's going to have to get at some type of distance in order to have, some type of leverage behind his punches punching upward. That's why I feel like his main target should be going to the body or whatnot, breaking Sebastian Fundora down and then going up top. He's going to Errol Spence is going to have to throw a lot of looping shots. And Errol Spence has a good jab at that. But, it's going to be an interesting fight. It's going to be a very, very interesting fight. And I'm interested to see how Errol Spence handles himself in this situation. Sebastian Fundora is, I want to say, the unified champion, right? The WBC and... Is it the IBF or the WBC and the WBA? One of them, but he's a unified champion. So if Errol win, he'll be a two-time, two-division unified champion, which is also always a good thing. But and then that would actually spark up interest for a rematch with Terrence Crawford. If Terrence Crawford gets past his guy and gets to the WBO, that point they just get one more title and boom, there's another shot for undisputed right there, bro. And I would love to see that, bro. I would love to see that. You know what I'm saying? That would just be a dope storyline. Whoever has the IBF title, like if Terrence Crawford gets past his guy, Errol Spence gets past his guy, and then one of them beat the IBF, and then they meet for a rematch at undisputed again. Like, dog, you just can't, that's a great storyline right there, bro. I think that would be hella amazing. So I'm actually hoping for both guys to win just to get that result in. I mean, I think that just would build that up very well. A rematch for undisputed at this time it's gonna be at 154, so it ain't gonna be no excuses made for the weight or anything like that. I think that would be super amazing. But regardless, man, I said that after even though after saying I'm not a fan of a fighter, fighting for a world title coming off of a loss, but these are the cards that we got, so we might as well play them to our benefits or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's just my take on it, man. So, you know, shout out to Errol Spence. You know, it'll be another year layoff. You know, PBC got to do better with that. But, anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Who do you see winning this fight? Do you want to see this fight? Do you see my narrative playing out well? But what do I know? Comment your opinion. But what do I know?